Today we will study about present perfect continuous tense. The formula for present perfect continuous tense is subject plus has have plus been plus verb and its ing form plus for, since and object. Now see how the sentences are formed in affirmative. In affirmative sentences, has been plus have been is used according to the subject. If the subject is singular, you will use has been, and if the subject is plural, you will use have been before first form of the verb and add ing to the first form of the verb. Look at the example. He has been learning English for 1 hour. Now the subject is singular, so we will use has. Then has been and the verb is learn, and with the first form of the verb we will add ing. He has been learning English for 1 hour. For and then object. Look at another example. They have been living here since 1994. Now the subject is plural, so you will use have been, then first form of the verb and ing. Live is the first form, but you will remove e in the spelling. They have been living here since 1994. Now in negative sentences, not is placed between has, have and been. Example, he has not been studying English for 1 hour. Now in between has and been you will use not in negative sentences. In the same manner, another example, they have not been living here since 1994. Now in interrogative sentences, has, have are placed before the subject. Means you will start with has or have. Before the subject they are placed, and been follows the subject. Means after the subject you will put been. Example, has he been studying English for 1 hour? Now you will begin with the word has. With he we will use has, and then place the subject, and after the subject you will use been. Has he been studying English, verb and ing form, for 1 hour? Another example, have they not been living here since 1994? This sentence is interrogative as well as negative. So not is placed between the subject and been. You'll start with have, they not been, then verb plus ing, here since 1994. Now look at the uses where we can use this tense. To describe an action which began at some time in the past and is still continuing and may extend into the future. Means the action started in the past, still it is continuing, and it may continue in the future also. Look at the example. Ramu has been working in the garden since morning. Means the action started in the morning and still it is continued, and it may extend to future also. Some more time he may be working in the garden. Another example, she has been washing clothes for 1 hour. Another use, to express an action which began in the past and has just been completed, but the result of which is still present. In the first use, the action was still continuing, but here the action has completed and the result is still present. Example, Sheila is resting because she has been working in the garden since morning. Now the action is resting, shows that it is still present tense. And another example, they have been walking in the rain for 2 hours. So they are shivering. Now the action is complete, but the result is in present tense. Another example, to express an action in a sentence which begins with for how long or since when, means the action starts or sentence starts with for how long or since when. Look at the example. For how long have you been living in this house? The sentence starts with for how long. In such sentences we use present perfect continuous tense. And with since when, if the sentence starts with since when, then also since when have you been waiting for me. Now use of since and for. Since denotes point of time and for denotes period of time. Example where you can use since morning, since Tuesday, since 1994, since January, means they are all denoting point of time. And if you want to show a period of time, then you will use the word for 2 hours, for a long time, for a month, or for 5 years. Now I am giving you an exercise based on present perfect continuous tense. You have to solve it.